Friday night. Time for some more Magic. And today we're doing some more cube matchups, like we did last time.
Yeah, we got 6 different decks.
We have
so
six.
There's going to be a
decks.
Different game each.
Yeah.
Round.
So each. Well, there's always a different game each.
Well, I mean, it's not a tournament.
It's a different matchup.
It's not a tournament structure.
Yeah. Okay. So to decide who goes first, we just grabbed a big stack of the multicolored leftovers. And we're going to reveal the top 3 cards, and whoever has the total highest converted mana cost wins.
Does it have to be the top 3? Can I like pick one, and then one from the middle, and one from the bottom?
Sure. Okay. Do whatever you want. Okay. All right. Let's do this one at a time. Great suspense. So I got a 3. You got a 3. I got a 4. You got a 2. I got a 3. You got a Nicobolas. So you win. So you go first in game 1. All right, game 1. Show my hand. Pretty saucy. And I believe you were going first.
Yes. So I got a basic forest.
Sure.
And noble hierarch.
You got it.
Enter go.
Still doing that, huh?
It's going to be stuck with me forever.
We'll go for a forest as well. And a soul ring. Pass turn.
Well, that's not very good.
It's pretty fast.
I wish I had a soul ring.
Pretty speedy.
Well, I think I'm going to go Underground Sea.
Sure.
Everflowing Chalice for 0.
Uh-oh. No. No.
It's happening.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain.
Sure.
So the deck has 2 threats it can grab. But I think we're going to go for the heavy hitter.
Sure. Big boy.
Enter go.
Okay. Well, that's kind of funny. Question is, how risky do I want to be?
My hand was face up. You didn't even notice.
Was it? I was deep in contemplation. I'm going to play City of Brass.
Yep.
And I'm going to go to 19 to play a sneak attack. And I'll pass the turn.
I'm afraid of what that sneak attack told. Could be anything.
It's pretty sneaky.
Well, I'll attack you for 12.
And I'll go ahead and take 12, go to 7.
Sunpetal Grove.
Sure.
And Shardless Agent.
Yeah, it's a good one.
See what we get.
Planes? Probably not Omniscience.
Probably not Omniscience.
if I've done my math correctly. I got a Mystic.
I got a Mystic.
Pretty good.
So those go in the bottom in random order. Enter go.
All right. So, go ahead and lead with an Explore.
Yep.
Colorless floating. Interesting. I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play Vivid Grove, tapped.
Sure.
And attack for 13.
Go to 6. Put in Darksteel Colossus' older brother.
Ooh.
And I'll block Darksteel Colossus.
Ooh.
Getting around the indestructible.
Yep.
And I will take 2. Going to 4.
He would have at least survived if he had attacked by himself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
And a turn. Shuffles back in. Oops.
Well, you have a Kozilek in there.
Yeah, it is in the deck. And we'll untap. That's interesting. Go for an island. And I'm thinking, go to 3.
Yep.
Sneak attack into Emrakul.
Yeah.
And I'll attack you for 15. Annihilate 6.
Annihilate 6. I think it's going to be these 4 lands and these 2 mana dorks.
Sure.
And I'll take that.
All right.
Putting me at 5.
I'm going to follow up with a show and tell. Is this the right play? Yes, I believe so. That's a good one. Not much I can do about that. All right. Pass turn.
So,
That shuffles back in.
Draw.
Thought I got you.
6 in the
Did
air.
not. It does have vigilance.
All right. So
it's very
6
important.
in the air. It's very important.
All right. And I go to -3. That was a pretty good game, though.
That was
pretty good.
That was a very good game.
It's just haymakers back and forth. All right. So next for game 2, we'll have a completely different matchup. Okay. Game 2. Completely different matchups from the last one. And I will be on the play.
Yes.
After a very narrow victory from my opponent. Last game. Play mountain. Pass the turn.
I mean, you had to show and tell, hoping I did have a threat.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, hoping that you had a
2/2.
threat that lost to Wormcoil Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, take my damage.
Sacred.
And 2-1.
Gonna reap some woe.
Well, there's nothing to reap yet. So
Eventually you'll reap some woe. Let's go for an island and a young pyromancer. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Untap, draw. I think we're going to play a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And attack for 2.
I will stay out of the scuffle. Take 2.
And Trigo.
All right. Gonna start out by attacking for 2.
Take that. Put me at 16.
Put an island into play. And I will pass the turn. And on your upkeep, I'm going to cast... I think I'm going to ice the Sacred Foundry.
Ice the Sacred Foundry. You got it.
Put a Pyromancer trigger. Gonna go get tokens. All right. Elemental Fusi
We have
token.
quite the deck of Fusi tokens.
We do. Look at the size of this bad boy. It's pretty beefy. And then I'll draw my card off of ice. Continue.
I play a Mana Confluence
Sure.
and pass the turn.
All right. I'll put a mountain into play. And I'm going to cast Sower of Temptation. Yay or nay? Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Woe Reaper.
Yep.
And I'll attack you for 3.
Take the 3. Go to 13.
Pass the turn. How does this work? If a warrior enters the battlefield, I can exile a creature from a graveyard and gain
Yeah,
a life.
and gain 1 life.
Unfortunately, there are no creatures in any graveyards, and I don't think there's a single warrior in this deck.
Probably not. I think I'm going to cast Blade Splicer.
Sure. I'll fetch you a golem.
It'll be at the back of the pile. It wasn't.
Oh, you color
Yeah.
sorted them.
I sorted the token pile at one point.
That's excellent. Most excellent,
Surgo.
indeed. All right. I'm going to go for a Sword of Fire and Ice.
You got it.
And I'm going to throw that on the Sower.
Yep. It's gonna hurt.
Yes, a little bit. Just going to attack with the Sower for 4.
4 in the air. Have to take that. Going to 9.
I'll do 2 to Blade Splicer and draw a card.
Ooh.
Pass turn.
Untap. Draw.
Golem is now
Plains.
blockable because it does not have first strike.
Valorous Stance that.
Sure.
Destroy it since its power is 4 or greater.
It's a good one. You get your Woe Reaper back.
Get my Woe Reaper back.
And now if you play a warrior, you can gain a life too.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pay a life
Sure.
to cast a Goblin Rabble Master.
Ah!
And I'll
Pre-combat?
eat that because it's a warrior.
Hey, look at that.
Gain a life.
Pre-combat?
Yeah, pre-combat.
I got goblins here.
You got goblins. And attack you for 4.
For 4. I think I'm actually gonna trade Elemental for Goblin. Because those can get out of hand when Rabble Master attacks.
They
And I'll
can,
take
yes.
3. Going to 15.
And Trigo.
Draw a card.
I thank you for that sword.
That was
'Cause it
pretty
turned
good.
on my
Yeah.
removal spell.
That was pretty good.
I mean, you did draw a card, so
Is that worth doing? Probably. Equip Young Pyro.
yep.
I'll attack you for 4.
I'll put the Woe Reaper in front of it.
Sure. Then I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Think. Going to cast Core Hook Master.
Sure.
Tapping Pyromancer. And
So
doesn't
basically,
untap.
it detains it, essentially. Yes.
Yeah, taps it and doesn't untap it.
Okay.
Then begin combat.
I'm going to flash in an X-Arc and tap down Rabble Master.
Ooh, good play. And attack you. This goblin's forced to attack.
Yes. Just wondering if it's worth absorbing 3. Probably not. I'm going to block the Goblin.
I'm gonna block the goblin.
Take 3.
3.
Going to 12.
Pay a life. Incinerate that.
Sure.
And Trigo.
Okay. That's a decent one. I'm going to play a Propaganda.
Ooh, no one likes propaganda.
The Soviets did. And then
It at least prevents me from having to attack with those goblin tokens.
it does. 6, 7, 8. I'm going to pass the turn.
So, untap, draw. Go to combat.
I'm going to flash in a Pestermite, tap down Golem.
Tap down Golem. Yep.
All right.
Then.
So Rabblemaster attacks as a 3/2, correct?
Yes.
Assuming, yeah.
It's for each
assuming,
other attacking
yeah.
goblin. But yeah, I will attack for 4.
Okay.
Gotta pay all my mana.
I'm going to take 4 and go to 8.
Yeah. And your go.
Get my Pyromancer back. Okay. I'm going to start by going for Control Magic on Core Hookmaster.
Yep.
I'm then going to attack you. Just for 4.
For 4. And I have to take that 4.
Yes. 2 damage to Rabblemaster. Draw a card. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw.
Now it's the Rabblemaster that forces goblins to attack too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this goblin doesn't have to attack.
Not that it did anyway, because of propaganda, but... Worth noting.
I will cast a Jesze.
Sure.
Equip Jesze to Golem.
Sure.
But unfortunately, I don't have another mana, so it's your go.
Draw a card. Okay. I have so many options here. I think first things first. I'm going to move the sword to Pestermite.
Yep.
And I'll play a Monastery Swiftspear. And I'll cast a Fact or Fiction. Which gets me an Elemental and Pump Swiftspear.
Yep.
Top 5 cards. Pretty exciting so far. All blue. Which is interesting.
I think I'll divide them like that.
And I'll definitely take the bigger pile since they're essentially the same pile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're at 4.
I am at 4.
Oh, you're at 4.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't have to do
You
that.
have a 4/3 Pestermite.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have to do that. I didn't realize you were still at 4. Okay. I'll attack for 4.
Attack 4. I'm dead.
All right. The final matchup of the day. Show my hand. You can probably guess what I'm playing by this hand if you can see it there.
Same.
And I believe you were first.
So, Swamp. Blood-soaked champion.
Sure.
Enter go.
He is soaked in blood.
I've never understood how he can't block yet he's carrying 2 shields.
I'll go for a tap Steam Vents. Pass turn. No reason to try for a turn 1
Windswept
victory.
Heath. Crack that, going to 19.
Mm-hmm. That is very weird. This.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Very strange.
Gonna find Overgrown tapped.
Sure.
Attack you for 2.
We go to 18.
Enter go.
Good. Draw a card. Well, that presents something interesting.
That's not a good thing to hear.
Not usually. I'm gonna go for Dark Slick Shores. Cast a Demonic Tutor.
Yep.
Keeping it fairly conservative. Not gonna try and win this turn either.
Ooh, that's never. Whenever your opponent's already deciding that do I want to win?
Is it worth winning this turn? Is that a good one to get? I think it might be. I'm gonna try for that one.
Okay.
And that'll pass turn.
So, untap. Draw. Play a swamp.
Sure.
Cast Buried Alive.
Oof. Okay.
Find 3 creature cards. So, I think Vengevine's going to go in there.
Vegetable. Who doesn't love a vegetable?
Obsidat.
Sure.
And Woodfall Primus.
All right.
Attack for 2 again.
Go to 16.
Enter go.
Okay. Here's where we maybe have some fun. I'm going to play a Watery Grave untapped. Going to 14. I'm going to cast a Gataxian Probe targeting you for life. Storm count of 1. I go to 12. You've got Kokusho, Reanimate, Bloodgift Demon, and a Forest. Okay.
So I got Reanimation at least.
Draw a card.
But if you're counting Storm, I think you're going to win.
Potentially. Well, we'll see. I picked a more fun thing to do. Let's go for a Dark Ritual. Storm count 2, 3 black mana. And I will use one of the black mana in this red Desperate Ritual.
Get 3
Storm
red.
count 3 and 3 red mana. Then I will use one of the black to cast a Mana Vault. Storm count 4.
Gives you 3 colorless.
Then I'm going to cast a Gush for its alternate cost, returning these 2 islands to my hand. Storm count 5. Draw 2 cards. Then I will add 3 colorless.
Because it's easier to have a dice than it is to have a tab.
And I will use one of them and a red to cast a Manamorphose. Storm count 6. And I will add a black and a red back. Draw a card.
Yep.
Then I will cast a Thoughtseize targeting you. Storm count to 7. I will take the Reanimate.
I have a feeling I know what card's coming.
Do you?
Yeah.
And then I will cast a Treasure Cruise for 1 mana, exiling all of these. Storm count
3.
8. Draw 3 cards. And then I will cast an Ignite Memories for 9.
Yep.
So this could fizzle, but it's pretty unlikely.
Pretty unlikely.
So if you've never seen Ignite Memories before, it's kind of a sweet one. Target player reveals a card at random from their hand, and it deals damage to that player equal to the mana cost.
Yep.
So I have nine of these coming.
I'm at 19.
And you're at 19.
I do have land.
You do have a land. So this could potentially fizzle. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Land. 8 copies. Very, very fun card. One of my favorite Storm cards, just because it's so awesome. 1.
And
6. All right.
So it means 13.
13. And I got 7 copies.
Don't you have an extra one because it itself is a copy?
Did I not add it to the Storm count already?
Maybe you did. Maybe I just
But
wasn't. I mean, probably.
We'll see if it comes down to that. 3. Land. Might come down to that.
They still got a long way to go.
It's true.
5.
Kakusho.
Puts me to 7.
All right.
So you have to hit me 2 more times.
Hit you 2 more times. With anything. Other than land, obviously. Bloodgive Demon.
Go to 2.
Okay, so
This isn't looking good.
4, maybe 5 copies.
4.
Nope, 7. Right?
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
Oh yeah,
4.
yeah. I can't do counts. Oof.
Haha.
All right. You're still in this.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Don't evoke the Bee Gees on me.
4.
Ah!
Dead.
Dead.
My demons, you have failed me.
All right. So that's kind of a fun one.
Yeah, it was.
Showing that Storm might actually be a viable strategy if you get sufficient mass of things.
Yeah.
Which is very hard to do. But
it is, especially when there's very few people drawing. We never get 8 people to draft. So.
No. I think like 6 is probably the most we've ever
6
had. So yeah. Anyway, so that was another round of cube games, and we'll see you back with probably some modern because we haven't done a little modern in a while.
Yeah, it'll be modern next time.
All right.
I'll see you next time.